Hello, everybody, and welcome to Soul Surfing Sunday. We skipped Suddenly Saturday because Suddenly Saturday was busy. So we're on Soul Surfing Sunday. How's everybody doing out there? The energy is off the charts, let me tell you. But it's actually like in the 3D part of it, it's chaos. But in my part of it, it's pretty good. I mean, we have our ups and downs, but we're kind of surfing through and going with the flow. And that's what we really need to do right now. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening, and we all won't understand it. But you know what? Don't fear. It's just what I'm going to tell you. We all got this. Now, today is where are we? 6/30 of 2024, which is 17. Cue the card. Perfect for today. And an 8, which is infinity, which is all of us as a collective. Unity. Woo. Okay. Now, the like I said, the energies are really off the charts. But if you try to hold it together, I've been doing a lot of meditating. My husband thinks I'm a wacko nut. He sees me disappear for 20 minutes and come back out a little while later. I'm like, I was looking out the window and I said, I feel like my mind is like numb, but my consciousness was working. And it was really interesting because I was I was just not really in a train of thought, but like in another consciousness. Like I was just feeling really good, and I've been feeling that, but I've prepared myself for this moment. So are you. You guys have been following me, so you guys are getting prepared too. Okay, now we are going to read the number 8 out of the Soul Helper Oracle. And we got some major downloading divine cards today. I'll tell you, it couldn't have got better than this. Number 8 tells you that now is the time for harmony, calm, and a place of retreat. You have been given the gift of a light that opens your mind and delivers the strength to create something that will last for all times. Should you want it to do so, number 8's energy field opens up eternity for you. It is renewal, paradise, spirituality, calm, mindfulness, and the completion of transformation. We are going through a massive transformation. 2 years ago, my journey started in 2017. Okay. Actually beyond 2017. The spiritual part, I was kind of always into. I was more into the crystals and the natural healing than I was like the oracle cards and the tarot. And then around 2011, 2012, I got interested in all of it. I wanted to see what was best for me. The religion part of the world, I liked some of it, and then some of it just didn't feel right to me. The spiritual part, the psychic part, the astro travel, levitation, things like that, I was really interested in. Time travel, love time travel. For some unknown reason, I've always been afflicted with time travel. But when it comes to bad energy, dark energy, Ouija boards, seances, crap like that, yeah, I don't get anywhere near it. I stay out of it. I think we've got to get to a point in our world where the people that have their religion, and that's okay as long as we're not hypocrites and we're not shoving it down each other's throat. And you know what would be beautiful? And I have done it, to sit down with a religious person and talk about things. Just share your opinion, because that is all it is opinion. I'm not trying to change anybody into believing what I believe into. Sometimes I wonder why they don't understand, but that's okay. They don't understand. And I didn't get it, a long time ago either, but we're on our own journey right now. And we're actually, with the dark night of the soul, we're kind of taking some time and looking at our past and reflecting on it and using a different perception because we have leveled up. We've went to the crone and the wizard and the wisdom. I mean, we are up there right now, but we still have to kind of drift back in time and relook at things that are still binding us, that we're thinking within, because all of that is gone. It is over. It is a past energy trail. You can either put the trail away and forget about it and chalk it up as some kind of lesson, which that is what it is, or we can bind it ourselves to it and think about it forever. So that's some things that we're all going through too. We're all doing a lot of meditation. We're all looking into this world like we have no idea what's going to happen next. It's like a roller coaster ride, and we don't even know who's running the roller coaster. That's to me kind of how it feels. We got a number 26 on the Soul Helper Oracle, and this reminds me of the movie Avatar, where she had her dragon and she said, "I see you." And it was the love of the animals that they had in Avatar, and I really enjoyed that. And could you imagine if we could all be like that on this earth? We could have the Garden of Eden. This card is a number 26, which is an 8, which is the same thing as today. And sometimes I get those. We get those cards that are all intertwined with the numbers and everything. This is the love of your dragon and reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is opening. And look how it's kind of like the avatar where she's saying, "Thank you. I recognize you. I see you and I love you." Your truth is reflected in the eyes of your dragon, and the love of the divine source of all beings sparkles within them. Your dragon is calling on you to become a truly loving person. When you are united with your dragon and have a profound understanding of what your dragon is, you create an energy field that will guide you into your own blessed light, into a realm of truth and wisdom. With your dragon's eye, you will see more. With your dragon's heart, you will feel more. And with your dragon's mind, you will understand the spirit of all things. Your dragon's love will heal every aspect of your being. You will perceive the true reason why you are here. Through the fire of love, this being will dissolve all the conditioning of the past that could divert you from the path of your truth. When you are your own pure truth, you will be able to make decisions that are worthy of you and your soul path, free from fear and your lower self. The love of your dragon is guiding you out of the shadows and into the light, onto the path for which you are intended. It is only on this path, lined with wisdom and self-awareness, that you will find your truth and hear the whispers of your soul. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animal is the dragon, the herbal essence is spikenard, the healing crystal is diamonds, and the number is 8. I just think that this is like, a lot of these cards are metaphors. Okay, somebody will say, "Well, I don't believe in dragons." We still have some people going through the dark night of the soul and trying to figure out what the truth is and what was fiction in our world. But it's okay. Take time, but don't take too long lingering in the past. You want to be in the present, in the now, right now. But the 8 and the diamond and the dragon, we just read an 8. So I don't have to read it again because we are on 17, which is cue card, which is the 8 ball. And let me tell you a story because we don't have to read the 8 because I just read it. I had a dream. This was probably 2 years ago. I have it in my dream journal. That I seen. It was like I was above something, like I was like people say they raise out of their body when they're on an operating table and they could see the doctors and everybody. That's how it was with me. And someone, it was masculine, was talking to me. I didn't see him. I didn't even see myself. Usually in my dreams, I don't see myself, but I know it's me. So what he was showing me was a pool table with the rack, which is a pyramid, okay, holding all the balls and the 8 ball in the middle as you play pool, okay? And he says, "What do you see?" I said, "I see a pool table that's racked with a cue ball on top." He says, "Yeah, cue, yeah, cue." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Think about it. What are you going to do?" I says, "We're going to use the cue ball and we're going to break up all the balls. We're going to break up the enemy. Okay. And then we're going to shoot them. We're going to get a color, get a side. We're going to pick a side and we're going to play." And that's what this life is doing right now. I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, think about it. You have your enemies there. You have the cue ball on your side. And you are at your precision. You are the one that is going to sink those balls. And you have to sink the 8 ball. So everything is precision, just like what's happening in our world right now. Everybody is at their positions. Everything is falling in alignment. But you have to remember, if someone knocks that 8 in and it's not that 8's turn, you lose. But if they get the 8 in and they don't scratch, and that cue ball stays there on the table, you won. White hats, black hats in the pocket, triangle, put it all together. It was a great dream message for me. That was a metaphor, and this is a metaphor. We are going through a lot of things right now, and we got a reading that was the best reading I think I have ever drawn. So you need to stay to the end of this reading. I am going to go right, we're going to leave practical magic towards the end. I'm going to go right into the Dreams of Gaia because these other decks, these other cards are amazing. So, we got a number, the first one we got was a number 18. And these were all major arcana cards except one. So the number 18, which would be a 9, is thought. But in this card, it came reversed. Okay. And this is a past, but it's also reversed, which is a blockage. Okay. Now, this card basically, if it's in the upright position, it's thought creates reality. Thought is the foundation of consciousness. Don't rush your thinking. Be certain, though, is thought is energy. Energy flows where attention goes. Be mindful of the universal laws. Are consciousness or unconsciousness mind in accord? Be realistic instead of optimistic or pessimistic. Good and bad go hand in hand. Change your mind, change your life. Do not overthink or speculate. Question, the critical mind speak. Just like the pool game, that last 8 you have to knock in. So now with this, that's what this really means, this card. But we have it in the past. The past is the birthplace of all the thoughts that dwell within our minds, even something experienced here. In what you believe to be the present has already occurred. Several studies have revealed that we make our decisions a few seconds before we think of them. It also takes several milliseconds for our minds to process what we are experiencing. So before our minds have made sense of the moment has already passed. The thought card, when it appears in the past position, asks that you or someone you trust look to the past for answers. Doing so will bring clarity and confidence. It could be that something important has been forgotten, and so your thinking is flawed as a result. You are being cautioned not to rush into a decision right now, for what you think to be true and correct might not be. Think carefully and discuss the situation. A puzzle piece is missing. And so now you need to look into your mind and memories to determine if you are remembering everything and remembering it correctly. Take a moment to be a little more analytical than usual. Reflect, process, and remember so you can be confident that you are not making a choice or decision based on a flawed memory. Where details have been forgotten or altered, now is not the time to think you might be correct, but certain instead. Now, the blockage for this. These, I'm telling you, these cards we got tonight are a very, very special message. The blockage. Sometimes we know why we think as we do. We have experienced a moment or many moments that are the foundation of the thoughts within our head, and we can work to lessen any negative impact they may have upon our lives. However, there are also times when we do not know why we have the thoughts that we do. They are just there. Are they the result of exposure to a media-driven society that runs on negative comparisons? Or is the voice in our head that our parents or other influential family members? Sometimes we do not understand the unconscious thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that give rise to a harsh, critical, judgmental, or doubtful voice in our head, especially when we have led what we believe to be a very happy life. The thought card reverse symbolizes the need to question negative and critical mind speak when it arises. Ask yourself why you are thinking the thoughts that fill your mind and create the chatter. If the thoughts revolve around you, try asking yourself these questions. Are the thoughts valid? Do they have foundation? If so, it might be time to look inward to determine why you are having them. If they do not have foundation, however, the best thing you can do is to shift your attention. Do not allow them to become persistent thoughts that can, in turn, become words and beliefs that do not serve you. If the chatter in your mind is harsh and critical or fearful and doubting, it will affect how you move through life. It may even prevent you from achieving the outcome you most desire. Whatever the cause, when a critical or condemning inner voice speaks, there is no real way to hide from it. All we can do is shine a light upon the thoughts behind the voice. Do what we can to understand those thoughts and then change or dispel them. Doing so will in turn silence that voice. If that does not help, then sometimes the only alternative is distraction. When your inner voice is critical or judgmental, do something that shifts your focus and give it something more productive and beneficial to chatter about. You know, something just told me to tell you what I've told you before in case you didn't see it. If someone, which I think I've only had one, um, if someone leaves a negative comment or you're talking to somebody and they say something negative, erase that negative thought out of the ether of your mind and change it. So let's use a metaphor. Johnny got something removed off of his face, okay? And somebody says, wow, Johnny, put your mark on your face. That's nasty, man. And Johnny's like, and it hurts him. And the other person, another person he meets says, wow, you look great without that mark on your face, man. That's cool. That is a positive. The other one was pointing out a negative. Don't do that. That is not, we've got to think of how we're saying things to people because everybody's perception is different. Because guess what? We are individual. We are one with our consciousness because we are one with the creator. Okay. But our thoughts are our own. Okay. And our actions are our own. And our choices are our own. But when we go out in this world and we spread a lot of negative crap, uh, that leaves a negative mark on the world. It always stays there. It goes to somebody else and it perpetrates it. It just goes around and it's not good. So instead of putting something negative out, like he just got that removed, say, wow, that looks awesome. You just got that, that's cool. And be positive. It's not that hard, people. I mean, really, it isn't. Just think about what you're saying, because think about how you would want to, how somebody, you'd want somebody to treat you. That's what we really got to think about. It is in this way that affirmations, joyful activities, and a positive social environment can be beneficial. The affirmation and activities serve to shift your attention to more positive thoughts, while the latter helps by not feeding the negative thoughts. It is quite challenging, however, to banish negative critical mind speak while surrounded by friends and family who encourage to feed the negative. So for your own well-being, look closely at your circle of friends, family, and work colleagues, and notice how they express their own thoughts. Do they have a tendency to make harsh comparisons? Do they ridicule, judge, or condemn those who think in a different way? Even though we love the people we have in our lives, they are not always good for us. When we become aware of this, it may be that the only way to find our way back to a healthy, positive mind speak is to limit our exposure to those who focus on the negative. When the thought card appears reversed in your reading, listen to your mind speak and understand how it reflects the truest nature of your thoughts. Ask yourself whether those thoughts are welcome or if they need to change. Listen closely to what your inner voice says to you and about you, and know that the very thought behind the chatter have the power to shape your reality. I really like that card backwards because that is true. I mean, if we are all one with our creator, I don't think our creator would want us to point out the worst parts of everybody and be a hypocrite. Yeah, I just don't, that's no. I don't see it, darling. I don't see it. Okay, now with the thought card, we get a number 15, which is a 6. And that is, and I kept seeing a whirlwind of like energy. We got the vortex, temptation. Caught in a vortex spinning out of control, a mermaid and merman reach for the ocean's surface, struggling against an unfathomable force. They cannot see the source of the vortex. It may be a storm at sea, a hurricane, or a cyclone, but its power over them feels absolute. Yet the waters outside the funnel of the vortex, a symbol of emotional turmoil, appear calm and unaffected by their struggle. The vortex reveals that you have become trapped. You may be enslaved by a job, financial contract, or love and lust. A common meaning of the vortex is affairs. This situation means you feel you have little power and that another person or other parties have control over you. You may be feeling attracted to a person or situation that will do you no good. For this reason, an additional meaning of the vortex is addiction. to substance, or to love itself. However, your bondage is an illusion. You can decide to break free whenever you choose. If you decide it's time to break an agreement or a habit, do it. It will be easier than you think. Don't let your circumstances dictate who you are. Take back your power. Choices, contracts, control, power, affairs, restriction, and addiction. A lot of us are giving up things. We have been doing this for a couple years now. I've noticed a lot of us have done that. I think what we're all doing is we are going through this great awakening. Not just, it was not just the world, 3D world around us, but it was leveling us up to go into the 5D, to be the person we need to be. So these don't surprise me at all, telling us about what we need to do. So the next card that we got was the 10, and that was wisdom. And, we got wisdom the other day, but I think it was, if I can remember correctly, wisdom was upside down, and my mood ring is beautiful green right now, like the emerald tablets of time. Yes. Okay. We got some wisdom going on. Look at this. Oh, yes. He's got the light. And he's got some kind of a little, I never noticed that before in that stone. There's like a little medallion type thing. He's got his staff. Ah, I never noticed. These cards are amazing because you have to really look because there's so much different detail. I never realized that he had a bear head on his head. It's like a fur. It's like the bear right here. I thought it was just like a cape type thing because he's the wizard. And this is in the present. So we're going to read the wizard, and we know what the wizard is. I mean, the wizard is you are here to become wise. Knowledge does not make you wise. Wisdom is learning from one's mistakes. Apply knowledge, logic, and common sense. Learn from more than just books. Seek out your elders. Time to break a cycle. Wisdom is understanding. Wisdom is loving the whole. Know and love your shadow. You have unlimited potential. The road ahead leads to many destinations. Yes, we do have much potential. We got to be careful about anything pulling us and binding us, because when we give up on our potential that we can't get out of what we're doing, it's time to break the cycle. And this came up in the present, so I am going to read the present. When the wisdom card appears in the present position, it is reminding you to look beyond your personal scope, beyond your current options. You may have been conditioned to believe in dichotomies. You may have been conditioned to define, label, and judge. You may have been conditioned to think, behave, and be a certain way. But a wise person looks within and sees beyond their conditioning, beyond their opinions, to the truth. To do so, they have peeled away the layers of familia and social indoctrination, fear that may have no foundation, insecurity and doubt, and have revealed a person who understands, loves, and accepts the pure and whole nature of the psyche that remains. The wise person does not question whether they are good or bad, but accepts that they are human, and that humans are multifaceted beings who cannot be nor should be defined or quantified in a limiting manner. A wise person realizes that a good person who does good deeds is still capable of bad acts, and that a bad person who does bad deeds is capable of doing good. It is wise to understand that the very acts you condemn or revere might result in consequences that are vastly different to those you expected. Good intentions and good deeds may give rise to catastrophe, while bad intentions and bad deeds may give rise to change that bring nothing but good. A wise person knows that even if they were to possess all of the combined knowledge of man, that what they know would be equal to a single star in an ever expanding universe full of an infinite number of stars. A wise person knows not to define or limit because humanity is full of limitless possibilities. We are constantly evolving and therefore unknowable. We are a part of the great mystery and limited only by our own narrow perception and understanding of what was, what is, and what might be. When the wisdom card appears in your present, it says, there is a beautiful wisdom in accepting that you do not have all the answers and that your opinions and beliefs, what you believe to be true, are sometimes unimportant in the grand scheme of the things. There are things you might know and things you need to know, but there are also things that are not for you to know. And speculation will gain you nothing but lost time. The wisdom card is the present, represents a beautiful paradox, a need to accept what you are both wise and ignorant. Your wisdom is your truth, but it is only your truth. Your truth is not absolute. Wow, I really like that. And you know what? I've never read the present on the wisdom card. That was a good message. And like I said, these messages are friggin' amazing. Okay, now with the wisdom, we got judgment. You know, what I've noticed about these cards are we got to be careful with judgment. It's been a lot about judgment, knowing that two faces, golden dark, two faces, two people caught in a whirlwind of temptation. Got the wisdom, got the wisdom keeper here going on. And they were just talking about judging people. We just went over that, how we shouldn't judge people. We should put those beautiful, positive energies out, not the negative ones. And this is self-reflection. This is what we're doing. We're walking through time. We're walking through the present. We can't walk to the future unless maybe we dream about it. Like I have dreamt a lot about the future. Some people do, but don't push it. If you don't, I've had people say, well, I don't remember my dreams. You weren't meant to. You weren't meant to bring it back, but trust me, you did dream. You did get messages in your subconscious, in your heart space that you might be able to use 3 days down the road, and you get this gut feeling. Well, maybe that was that. Maybe that was that dream that your conscious mind remembers in your sleep because you weren't sleeping, you were traveling. And your inner remembers it because that happens. Your inner self remembers most of this stuff. The conch shell is the earliest horn trumpet, sounded to declare war and to herald royalty. The mermaid angel calling on her conch shell raises memories from the deep, asking us to review our past actions before moving on. It's time to revisit the past, to take stock before you move on. You may muse on happy memories or discover that there's unfinished business. So you may find yourself being in touch with someone from the past or revisiting an old situation to find answers. At this time, you will also be judging yourself on your past actions. Did you do the right thing? An additional meaning of this card is spiritual connection, linking with those in spirit, guides, angels, and loved ones. If you feel you need to give a person a second chance or return to an old situation, now is the time to decide. If you're reassessing the past in other ways, don't be too hard on yourself. Yeah, this is contemplation, self-judgment, review, second chances, guilt, spirituality, and memories. Yeah, don't hold on to any guilt. You've got to release it. Whatever it is, you've got to release it. And okay. Now, those were all major arcana. The judgment, the wisdom, and the knowing. Those were all major arcana. And this is a minor arcana. So this was the only one, which is fire, that we got that wasn't a major or minor arcana. And this card to me, if you look, she's focusing, she's devoting time to regular practice, focusing mind, emotion, and deliberate action, creating impetus and momentum, establishing a good work ethic, establishing a creative process. Devote time to regular practice, be willing and prepared, pay your dues. Something is falling short of the target. We have some things coming, and fire does not surprise me in appearing in this reading. The Four of Fire is symbolic of focusing mind, emotion, and deliberate action that, once applied, lent impetus and momentum. It means acting with both skill and accuracy and establishing a work ethic or creative process that is a reflection of both. It is about focusing on the task at hand, making it the center of your attention, and not allowing distractions to cause us to lose sight of our target or objectives. The Four of Fire represents showing discipline by devoting regular time and energy to repeated practice and application, which in turn increases skill and ability, and in doing so makes one's actions more confident and therefore faster. Goals manifest faster and outcomes are achieved with less energy wasted. With time and practice, a process can become as natural as breathing, and mistakes become fewer. Unlike other animals, humans are not born with the innate knowledge required to survive. To survive, we must be both willing and prepared to learn. A baby first crawls, then walks, and then learns to run. The same baby cannot run before it has first learned to crawl and walk. We learn primarily through a process of repetition and practice. Without repetition and practice, we may be able to learn the rudiments of a new skill, but we cannot become brilliant or accomplish at it, even if we are naturally gifted. If the Four of Fire appears in a reading, it signifies the importance of focus and dedication, discipline and practice on a physical level. It suggests that we concentrate now and do what needs to be done. The way we improve and achieve things faster is by devoting our attention and focus to practice. There is no such thing as an overnight success. You must first pay your dues to be the best. Takes time. Yeah, and I see this card. I see someone doing what they love and loving what they do, but they have to focus their energy and attention on what they're doing, so it is the best turnout that it can be. So that is a good card because somebody's doing the work. Somebody out there's doing some good stuff behind the scenes. Now, that was the end of that one. Okay, that is the main one I usually do. Now, I asked right now, what do we need to really concentrate on? Okay, that we are going to manifest in, right soon. Okay. We got number 15, which is a 6, and it is a major arcana card and is abundance. It is abundance. And this is in the future spot. And she's got the love of her dragon above her. I mean, seriously, we've got the rabbit with the gold beside us. The gold is ours, saith the Lord. And the dragon over her. And she's got a baby bird's nest with all the baby birds in it, showing you the abundance of the nest. And I put a bird's nest to my Christmas tree every year because it's good luck. Just because, I guess. I don't know why I picked it up, but I did. And the bunny, which the charming knight had the bunny the other day for care, remember? And you got the Celtic knot back there. She has the blue tattoos of water on her side of her face and up her arm, and she's got the purple for royalty and psychic powers. Plus, she's got the harvest right there of food, the beautiful pumpkins and the grapes and all the good food. So everything is abundance there. She's got the money, she's got the animals, she's got the babies, she's got her love of her dragon, she's got the gold over there. She's got this Celtic knot in the background. I mean, come on, people. This is where we're going. The Jubilee. If you don't believe it, I don't know. Just believe it anyway, because I know it's going to happen. I've seen it. The future. When the abundance card appears in a future position, it signifies the rippling outward effect of generosity. Remember to share what you have, even if you only have a little. Be generous in giving, even if the only thing you have to give are your care and attention. Give of yourself to others. For instance, you can show your interest in another. If you have a little bit of a windfall, share it with others. Do not hoard it or save it for a rainy day. Use it. Pass a little along to someone else. Seek out a small business or artisan and make their lives more abundant by sharing your own abundance. Give to a charity if you buy a new coat and have no need for a second. Give your old one to someone who might be in need of a little extra warmth. Get into a habit of giving to others, especially when you no longer have need for what you have. Make a habit of cleaning out your cupboard and giving away what you do not use or need. Offer someone in need a helping hand when you see them struggle. When you see them struggling rather than walking on by, sometimes something as simple as a kind gesture can change the day for another. If something wonderful happens to you, pay it forward, and you create abundance in the lives of others as well as your own. This generosity ripples out in a magical way, creating future abundance. The more you give, the more you receive. Yeah, you know why? Because it's supposed to be service to others and service to self. You're supposed to take care of self, but you're supposed to help others. So now, with that card, we got the Two of Pentacles, and that is options. Maximize your good fortune and make your money work for you. You deserve it. It's time to make a wise financial decision. Money is coming. You receive a reward of gifts, or you see an opportunity to generate more income than through new work or personal projects. In relationships, this ace shows stability. An additional meaning of this card is moving to a new home or using money wisely to invest in a property. Overall, the Ace Pentacle reveals a happy, stable, successful time. Abundance, reward, a happy, successful time. So I was really happy that I got that, but another card flew out. Number one, the Magician, manifest. What have we been manifesting? Good deeds, our Garden of Eden, our place in paradise, help for our family and friends and us. Yeah, the time is now. Take action and you will find success. The Magician looks directly into your eyes to ask, what can you make happen? All the conditions for your future success are perfect. So now is the right time to take action. You have the resources and talents to attract whatever you want, from a new relationship to a business enterprise, project or trip. Above all, the Magician sees you in the creative flow of life, full of energy and purpose. Communication speeds up when the Magician appears, so you may find you're talking and texting more than usual, and at work presenting your ideas. You'll also find that others support your efforts. That was a good reading, y'all. I mean, seriously, I couldn't ask for a better reading. And when these cards just fly out, they just fly out. I just don't even, it's crazy. Some of them just, Okay, now the first one we are going to read. Yeah, the Divine Master. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm being told to pick the other one. We're going to do the Messenger Oracle. And something just pulled me right over back over to here. We haven't got this card in a long time, and it is You Were Born to Create, and it's the dragon with the purple. It wants to be seen really bad. Um, with the purple for intuition, royalty, and the golden coming out of the egg. This dragon is like fire. You were blessed with the ability to create with thought, intention, action, and emotion. Be conscious of your power and aware of what your actions and reactions create within and around you. Cherish this gift and use it in both a wise and productive manner. Create beauty and inspire a desire within others to do the same. Create a future that both fulfills and delights. Do what you were born to do. Yes, remember, you have that one little spark of magic that is unique. You're the only one that has it. We all have that unique little spark of magic in there, just waiting to show us what it can do. Because you know what? We are all connected. Look at it's the human. It's the wolf, the protector, the wise owl, the wisdom. It's like the wolf. It's like the protector. The owl is the wisdom, like, and the butterfly is come out of the cocoon, and that is the transformation. And then at the very top, it is the tree of life with the dragons around in like a DNA form and the Celtic knot above. And that is amazing. We are independent and we are dependent upon others for life. If we destroy the very things upon which we depend, we too shall perish. We are all connected. We are all one. Do harm to the natural world, and you do harm to yourself. You are more than just a part of the human race. You are a child of Gaia. You are brother and sister to all life and living things. Love them as you love yourself. Sustain them as you sustain yourself. Uh, that was an amazing couple of cards that came out the way they came out because we are all connected and we are creators. We are co-creators with the creator. And these cards that come out are just friggin' amazing. Okay. I don't know where to go next. What's calling me? Okay. We're gonna go to the Gateway of Light activation, and that's memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. Yeah, we got some technology coming through, people. It's gonna blow our minds. Memories of Atlantis. Legend has it that Atlantis was an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years ago in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. Its people were highly evolved and had many spiritual gifts. They were telepathic, extremely psychic, and known for their ability to combine the laws of science and spirituality to develop technology and create heaven on earth. But somewhere along the way, many of them stopped respecting their gifts and spiritual connections. Their respect for the earth and ocean caused a great cataclysmic that brought their civilization to an end. The Atlanteans, who had continued to live with spiritual integrity, had an awareness of what was to come and we're able to achieve full ascension and move beyond the physical realm to that of light. They are now a congregation of evolved souls who, like angels and masters, work with those upon the planet Earth who are following the ascension path in alignment with devotion and love. If this card comes up for you and has a strong energy or seems familiar, it's a good chance that you are a former Atlantean who didn't honor your spiritual connection then and are being given an opportunity to avoid making the same mistake now. You are being transported through a gateway to connect with ancient Atlantis. Know that by drawing this card today, you are receiving blessings from the Atlantean Council of Light, who are dedicated to the evolution of the soul. You are becoming aware of your gifts, and this is an exciting time, but also a time when the energies of your ego can become loud and obnoxious. Know that this gateway is appearing to remind you to stay aligned with the highest good and rooted in the energies of devotion. Then there can be a great coming together of the human and spiritual, and you can live in a more evolved way. That is what we're doing. Really. I mean, we are evolving and transforming like never before. We're going fast. I mean, the energy, the time, everything's just going so fast. Um, we had some very special visitors, and I have been saying that the angels are really around us big time. We've got Michael and Faith, spiritual calling, divine protection, breakthrough moment. We are going to have some breakthrough moments coming up real soon. Archangel Michael is one of the best known and most trusted angels across the cosmos. He is the leader of God's protective legion of angels and works tirelessly to guard all those who call on him for protection from lower vibrational forces and negativity. We got to stay in that positive. Even though we may droop down into negative, go meditate a little bit. You don't even have to lay down. Just go walk somewhere and just clear your mind. Archangel Faith is his twin flame. As her name suggests, this powerful feminine archangel helps us move into a deeper state of faith and trust, both in our higher power and in the goodness that runs through humanity itself. Both of these angelic beings can create a powerful force field around you so that you can feel safe to be yourself and maybe reveal some of the tender aspects of yourself and your spiritual talents. For the most part, Michael and Faith are with every light worker that walks the planet. And just by thinking of them, we invoke their protection. The universe needs you. Where you are now is where you are most needed. Consider yourself strategically placed. Even if where you are is less than idea, now that there is an opportunity there to align with purpose and meaning. If you are experiencing a dark cloud of uncertainty or fear, call in Michael and Faith to light the way. If you have been asking to be shown your life purpose, know that where you are right now and what you are facing will help you be of greater service. Your life is destined to be aligned to spirituality and higher purpose. And this particularly challenging is actually the moment when you break through into a greater understanding of who you truly are and why you are here at this specific time. Yeah, I have been saying the angels are so around us now. We got we not only got the angels around us, okay? And these are very distinct messages in these cards today. We have Father Sky, Sky Father. He came out. Trust in the unknown. Trust that your path is unfolding exactly how it needs to be. You know, it just said that in the archangels. You are at this time exactly where you're supposed to be. You have a personal relationship with the Great Father. Know that He is lovingly leading you forward. The Sky Father features in many religions and mythologies as the Father God. He, the counterpart to the Earth Mother in many traditions. So this card represents the universal powers that are masculine in essence, the energies that people have called are out to and looked up to in time of need and gratitude. Sky Father personifies your relationships with the masculine energies of the divine and possibly a very powerful male or father figure too. You are a co-creator of your life, and every thought, feeling, intention, and emotion, you have to create the road ahead. With that being said, you don't need to know every single detail of what is going to unfold before you. When this card appears, you are being guided to step back and get out of your own way because there is a greater power that is not only around you, but within you. The Sky Father is creating the best experience imaginable for you. Accepting this will allow miraculous energy to come into your life. So see things from a higher perspective, like the eagle on the card. Yeah, and we got the eagle yesterday, or no, not on Suddenly Saturday, but Freedom Friday. We got the eagle, the perception. This card can also appear when there are opportunities to improve the father connection in your life. If your father figure is in heaven, know that his spirit is drawing close. If he is on earth, there's an opportunity to heal something, whether past or present. Yeah, that is beautiful because you know who came with them? Earth Mother, feel love and comforted. So he's telling us to trust in the unknown. And we got the cat the other day that was halfway in and halfway out. It was showed you trust in the unknown. Right now we're going into the unknown, people. Buckle up. It's going to get a little rough, but we need to feel the love and comfort of our mother and our Sky Father right now because they both came to visit. Allow yourself to be cherished. Earth Mother is protecting you with a shield of love and light. Earth Mother is the female counterpart to Sky Father. It's auspicious to receive this card because in the eyes and heart of Earth Mother, you are her child and she is highly protective of her baby and will give you everything you need to grow and expand. Earth Mother is only covered by leaves in this card, showing the vulnerability of the earth. Every day she experiences challenges that she has to adapt to and overcome. Her energy represented by the symbol of the pagan triple goddess, maiden, mother, and crone. We got the crone the other day too. Behind her can help you adapt as the change of life comes your way. You may have felt overwhelmed or out of control emotionally recently, but you are now moving back to your natural center, and that will bring you to a place of clarity and openness. If you have felt ungrounded, know that Earth Mother is here to root you and help you regain your sense of strength. You may not feel like a child, but in the eyes of the divine, you are a child of light. And it's important you know that and feel loved. If you have had challenges with your mother or with being a mother yourself, know that the energies of the mother healing are with you to help clear any ancestral blockages that are preventing you from making this sacred love connection. You are being guided to make choices that are based on love. Uh, that is a beautiful message. I just love that. Hey, now the Divine Master had an amazing card also. We couldn't get any better than Michael, Archangel Faith, Sky Father, Earth Mother, and Jesus. Acts of service. When you serve, the universe serves you. We just went through that in the other cards that we got. Yeah, we're supposed to be service to self to make sure we're okay, but we're supposed to be service to others too. We have to take care of ourselves, but we also have to take care of the world around us. Jesus of Nazareth is a bringer of truth and light. He is a guiding presence of the entire universe and a living, dying spiritual demonstration that forgiveness is possible and that a life of service will ultimately bring sustenance. When Jesus walked the earth, he was persecuted for his beliefs and bravery, yet he still loved everyone, for he saw the world through the eyes of the divine. Jesus is everywhere at once. He is with you right now, like the angels. He waits your call. And with the help of the angels, he can restore you to your natural, light filled self. When you call on him, he will bring light to your mind. His presence removes the blindfolds that prevent you from seeing all the blockages that stand between you and your growth. Jesus may be a spiritual teacher, but he loves to be seen as a friend and brother. He comes to us as an equal and doesn't want us to idolize him, but to see that what he has, we have too. When this card appears, you are being invited to turn into the energy of service. Service is showing up with a generous heart and sharing your gifts in a way that can help an expansion of the world. It's important not to confuse the energy of service with charity, for these are two different energies. And when you serve, it is okay for your gifts, talents, and service to be honored in an energetic exchange. Today, the light of heaven is encouraging you to recognize that you deserve to be honored for the talents you share. Jesus is here to help you move beyond any old ideas that you have to give until you are empty. You aren't here to live empty or half full. The divine plan is for you to enjoy fulfillment and abundance. Instead of asking the universe or God to use you, ask to be guided to serve in a way that also serves you. When you are full and overflowing, you have more energy and resources to share with others. I love that idea. You know, that is true. I mean, we are supposed to uh, do that. Now, I am going to, this one I usually do at the end, but I'm not going to do this one at the end because something's telling me I need to read this right now. This is Human Spirit Oracle. And we got a number 32, which is a 5. That is change. Home body. She is in and she is home and her body is there. Home, it is where the beings we love are. Our coexistent pajama resides, filled with safety and love. So today we give you permission to stay in and do the little things that you love. Read a book, do some gardening, lavish in a bath, or perhaps do nothing at all. Today, put the body in home body. And you know, that's interesting about this card. I was going to read this card after the practical magic, but something kept telling me, no, read this one first. Okay. You know why it's telling you to be homebody? Because we got another 15, which is a 6, and the 5 and the 6 together is an 11, which is a master number, which is double the energy. We got rest and restore, rockabye. Like I did a few days ago, I went into hermit mode and I had to rest. I had to do some soul survey. And when you have to do that, you just got to do that. Take the time. Take 20 minutes, take a half hour, take a day, take a couple days. Just do it. Take time out of the take time to nurture yourself, body, mind, and spirit, replenishing your energy and enthusiasm so you can return rested, recharged, and re-inspired. Rest. It's such a loaded and fraught concept in these times of chaos and constant busyness. Even the suggestion of taking a break can produce guilt, panic, or self direction. Criticism around laziness and avoidance, but it's not laziness to stop, to recharge when you need to. And it's not slacking off to set boundaries around the time you can commit to work. It's a necessity. Refusing to rest when you need to can be a result of the conviction that you constantly turned my fan on and now it's blowing my hair and my lip. Okay, try this again. Refusing to rest when you need to can be a result of the conviction that you constantly have to produce in order to prove your worth, that you won't be appreciated or liked if you're not working yourself into the ground. Ironically, though, people will have more respect for you if you're able to balance your life. If you work hard but take time out to refill your creative well, and you'll be more effective and productive too, because being constantly drained physically and emotionally is not conducive to being at your best. The effects of exhaustion, lethargy, brain fog, mood swings, and slow reaction time, trouble remembering things, all impact on you and those around you. Resting physically and emotionally is essential for you to be all that you want to be and achieve all that you hope for. When this card appears, it's a reminder that you need to take a break and practice a little self care to let go of your rigid schedule and relentless self imposed pressure and let yourself breathe. There are times of action and times of retreat and restoration, and now is the latter. Step back for a moment to pause, rest, and reflect. Conserve your energy so you don't burn out. It isn't selfish to prioritize and honor your needs. It can be selfish not to. You can create focus well or support and enjoy the people in your life if you're an exhausted, stressed out mess. You'll bring more to your loved ones, yourself, and the world when you're physically well, emotionally balanced, and spiritually refreshed. The pressure of a deadline can fire up the left brain to work logically and help get things done in the short term, but no one can survive in a constant state of adrenaline, stepping away from the 24/7 work expectations. Every now and then will allow your right brain to take over and find more creative solutions, access ideas you hadn't previously considered, and make you more effective, efficient, and inspired. This card is a message that you need to rest, recharge your energy, and restore your enthusiasm. It's time to go within, to withdraw from the world and from people for a moment and get back in touch with yourself. Replenish your spirit with things that bring you joy. Nourish your heart and mind so you can continue fighting for what's important to you. Resting is more than just a physical escape, it's a state of mind, an acknowledgement of an importance of nurturing yourself, body, and soul, of balancing your time between work, rest, and play. Without it, you won't be able to renew your energy, dedicate yourself to living your best life, or having the creative insight that will light you up and push you to achieve your dreams. That is a great card. Now, it's raining here. I hope I don't lose the internet. I gotta make this quick. We have the Golden Future Oracle, and we got a number 17. 2 17s. That's 2 8s. Actually, 3 8s. Well, yeah, 2 8s. Wow. Okay. This is teleportation and levitation. Expand your gifts and powers. Ooh. This is the kind of stuff I like. I teleport all the time. Soon after the start of the new golden age in 2032, I think it's going to be sooner than that, many people will be able to rise up and float a short distance to a different location. They will also have the ability to teleport objects. By about 2050, people will be able to teleport themselves instantly from one place to another. However, these ways of moving take a great deal of energy, so the majority will always prefer to use a transport, drawing on universal power rather than their own. The high priest and priestess of Atlantis had the power to glide up to the temple of Poseidon, and some could even fly to other star systems for intergalactic meetings. Soon after 2050, the inhabitants of Earth will have retrieved all the awesome gifts available during Atlantis, and then their powers will soar beyond anything conceived during that era. This card is a reminder that you are an extraordinary spiritual being with many latent gifts and talents. If you sometimes dream you are flying, you are remembering an advanced power you possessed in Atlantis. I dream about flying all the time. I call it my little hovercraft, my little scooter. Have you been seen in two places at once? If so, you were bilocating. Bilocating? Never heard of that. Have you ever become invisible? No. At that moment, you raise your frequency beyond the normal range of human sight. You may even have teleported instantly to another location. Saint Germain was a great master alchemist and magician. He is now keeper of the golden scales and is helping you bring your gifts forward. Ask him to place his column of gold and violet light over you and open you up to who you truly are. Acknowledge and believe in the possibilities that await you. That is the first step towards regaining your powers and preparation for the golden future. Trust that Saint Germain is watching over and advancing your progress. I'm telling you, tonight yeah, that was an amazing. I did not realize we had two 17s. Wow. And we had the Mother, we had Sky Father, we had Mother Earth, we had Jesus, we had Archangel Michael, Archangel Faith, we had you were born to create. We are all connected. We totally are. I mean, really. And then it talks about memories of Atlantis here. And this is progress, technology, spiritual. I took my acceleration. I took my glasses off. Um, but yeah, I mean, we had the angels, Sky Father, Mother. Seriously, peeps. I mean, Jesus. And then we said the homebody where you need to rest. And then this card basically clarified that it's rest. And a number 17, the beginning we had a 17. Now we got another 17. That's an 8 and 8 at the end. That's N. We will, it's going to be sooner than 2030 and 2050. We have had this technology. Think about it. I've talked about this with my friends. We've had this technology for a long time. I think it was 1961 that the Jetsons come out. And 1984 is when Back to the Future come out. How'd they know? How did they know that they were going to be on? I mean, go watch the Jetsons a couple times. They had Spacely Sprocket on a big TV screen on the wall. We didn't have anything like that. Back then, we had one of the big TV consoles that you had to walk across the shag carpet to turn it on. And then you had the rabbit ears to adjust the station. They've had this stuff so long that it's been hidden. And from what I understand, they're doing it right now behind and getting ready for this. They're getting ready for us. And I've seen the future. But what's interesting is Simon, which was my son in another dimension, also told me that when I asked him, is this the future, present, or past? He told me it was the past. So the teleportation and all of the flying and all of the visiting other dimensions, other countries, meeting Lucky, meeting all that, that's all in the past. So am I in the future right now? Or am I in the past? Or am I in the present? I'm in the present right now. But like it said, that minute's gone. I just recorded it, but that minute's gone. Can't get that minute back. That is an imprint in the energy. So yeah, this was a really, oh my gosh, I couldn't have asked for me and my dragonflies. I couldn't have asked for a better reading and cards to come out. I mean, seriously. And I said to my husband, I can't wait to get on and do this reading for Soul Surfing Sunday because you guys are not going to believe it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, things could happen real quick. 2, 3 weeks of things stocked up. Get some solar lights. Don't use them yet. Keep them up in your cupboards. That way, when we went through the hurricane, we had electricity until we could get the generator running with the solar lights. They worked all night. They were perfect. So get some of them, some batteries, some water. Keep with the spring water. Don't get the regular water that's just purified. Um, get things you can eat for 2 to 3 weeks, just in case. I don't think we're going to lose electric. I think what's going to happen is we're going to lose internet, phones. We'll be able to call for 911s or something. But we are going to be watching a movie for 10 days. We're going to have 10 days of darkness, and I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be, watching all this crap that we just lived. And, me and my husband were talking, and I said, me and some of my friends that are in the spiritual movement, we got together and talked about it a year and a half ago. And of course, because of things we said, they took her station down, things that about what was going on with the cue the card number 17 and everything that we had learned that was going on and we knew it was going to happen. They didn't want us to tell you. So we were all banned, fact checked, and people lost their stations on YouTube and Facebook and everything else. But it's all coming out now. So we're gonna live that. But I said, like 2012, something happened in 2012, and I keep going back to 2012. It's when the Mayan Indian things and the end of the calendar, and it was supposed to be the end of the world in December 25th, 2012. And I never believed in any of that. But what I did see is I started coming awake around that. I found out about CERN. I found out about all kinds of stuff that I never knew existed, and especially about the money system. I really got into the money system because it was such a hoax once I found out. And you can't go anywhere because everything's a contract, because the United States was a corporation. We just didn't know it. We have two governments going right now. We have the contract government that is not for the people. It's for the baddies. And then we have the republic, which is our constitution, which is we the people, which is they are our servants and we are their worker. We pay their taxes. We pay their salary. They work for us. Police need to be retrained. The bad ones are making the good ones look bad. I mean, I see some of these police things and what they did to the girl the other day. I'll tell you what, that scares the crap out of me. They are like road pirates, some of them. But then you got your good ones, and you know what? The good ones need to stand up and get rid of the baddies because they're making you boys and girls look bad. I mean, that's just what it is. That is not freedom to be the people. That is not the Andy Griffith that they drove you home drunk because you were drunker than Cooter Brown night. No, that is slap somebody in handcuffs, throw them on their face on the ground, tell them give them a charge of resisting and blah, 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 and all this other crap to get all kinds of fake Federal Reserve notes that just keeps adding to the debt. Uh, you know, I seen this thing tonight. It said, I've rolled my eyes so many times I should be in another dimension. And we talked about it tonight. I think common sense has really left the building on a lot of people. And, you just have these conversations and you're just like, what just took place? I don't even get what they were saying, but that's okay. They have their own opinion. I have mine. So anyway, yeah, there is going to be a lot of stuff coming. Just keep your eyes open, your ears open, and pay attention. All right, now I love everybody, and I hope everyone has a soul surfing Sunday, and may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you. Oh, and before I just be you, I did do a Facebook, opened a Facebook thing. It's got a crystal and it's got Fawn Denmark on it. And if you want to look me up on Facebook, I'm there now. I haven't really done too much with the page, but if you want to come join me on Facebook, I'll check it once in a while. I'm not big into Facebook too much. I got bored with it, but we'll play around with it. I got a couple of songs I really like on there, and I'll put some music and my videos and some other things, and we can chat and we can do all kinds of stuff. I love my subscribers and my non-subscribers and everybody. Let's start spreading the love. We've been in a cantankerous mode for so long. We got to get out of that. Let's just start spreading the love. They won't be able to stop it. They won't even know how to react. You know what? You guys have a beautiful, beautiful, magical soul surfing Sunday.